Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingils.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingils here. You are listening to us on Building Fortunes Radio. It's www.buildingfortunesradio.com. For those people that might be unfamiliar with my voice, my name is Peter Mingils. We are here every Monday around 12 or 1-ish p.m. Eastern Time with a good friend of ours. His name is Coach Gaymon. Coach Gaymon's been around the industry of home-based businesses for decades. He is somebody who I have met maybe a year ago as a result of a referral of a friend, and it's been a great relationship so far among many reasons. Besides him being a great guy, he's also shared some products with me that he has used and seen made a big difference in his life, as well as the lives of other people as well. But plus, he's also been talking about a whole bunch of other things, and he's just an overall, just a really cool guy. The most important thing for our Building Fortunes Radio listening audience is if you are looking to become successful in a home-based business, he has the knowledge and the wherewithal and the resources and the work ethic to help you get there. So he's got a great domain name, CoachGaymon.com, and I know spelling counts. Most people know how to spell coach, but it's C-O-A-C-H. And then Gaymon is real simple, too, Gaymon. If you go to CoachGaymon.com, you'll be able to hear this radio show as well as the previous radio shows as well and learn more about some of the products that we're referencing. So we are here to talk about some of the reasons why you, if you're listening in, would want to take advantage of being involved in a home-based business if you're not already. Or if you are in one, not to take away from maybe something you're working on right now, but maybe you can tweak it a little bit, use the information that Coach Gaymon can help you with whatever you're working on with him, and be able to bring everything up to that next level. So, Coach Gaymon, thanks for being here on your own radio show.
Okay, thank you, Peter. It's great to be back on this sunny morning in Washington, D.C. What I would like to share with everybody is the simplicity and the beauty of owning their own home-based businesses. We're living in some very fast-moving times with this new administration coming in, and a lot of changes are being made, a lot of cuts are being made, a lot of adjustments are being made, but I want to steer people in the direction where they can hit the ground running and won't miss a beat in their previous activities, especially financially. I've been in the business of network marketing since 1972. I began with a company that is now averages over $10 billion a year, which everybody has heard about, and that is the company Amway, or the American Way. When I was first told about the business concept in 1972, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing, because a young man shared the idea with me, and he did it this way. He said, if you had $10,000 in your left hand, and if you had a penny that would double every day for 31 days in your right hand, which would you take right now? And of course, I thought it was a trick question, but so I said, well, let me go counterintuitive. I said, I'll take the penny. And sure enough, if I had taken that $10,000, it would just be a fraction of what happens to a penny that is doubled every day for 31 days, because it's a game of multiplication. And if you go to your calculator and you did that for 30 days, that penny doubling every day for 30 days would equal to around $5 million. And the next day, which is the 31st day, it will be equal to $10 million. Now, the brain is hard to accept that in the brain, but it's just simple mathematics. And that's what happens really in life. You take one seed and you plant that seed in the ground, and you do it properly and nourish it properly. Well, if that seed is an apple seed and that tree, it grows a tree, and when you take that apple off the tree, or any apple off the tree, it's never one seed in that apple. It's multiple seeds, and those multiple seeds create more trees and more forests and so forth and so on. So the same thing is applied to network marketing. And I really believe experience has showed me that the system that we live under, this capitalistic system, was really hiding the fact that these kind of numbers, simple numbers, could work in our favor, because the system has had its own reason for wanting you to do its bidding. When you go to 12 years of school, from kindergarten to the 12th grade, most of us that when I went to school, you didn't come out with anything tangible that you could make a living with. You were taught certain things to go to work for other people to enrich what they were doing or building their empire, but rarely were you told about building your own empire. And that's why they demonize people such as myself who had understood the concept of network marketing, but they demonized it. They call it all kinds of names, scams, and this and that, until around 1977, some inside people of the network marketing industry, their names was, as I mentioned before, Amway, the leaders of Amway, Jay Van Andel and Rich DeVos, went in their own pockets and they petitioned Congress to make network marketing a legitimate business model. And since that time, we have that's our status as far as business is concerned. So today, I'm very proud to be with a company, one of my companies, and I do believe in multiple streams of income. And I believe that health and wealth are the highest levels of each of financial. I mean, as I tell people, your health is your true wealth. And what good is a lot of wealth without good health? So I always employ within my business model of doing business a health component. And the one that I found to be the most feasible, the most inexpensive, and one that has the most power in terms of nutrition is a company called Engage Global. I'm so very proud of them. The company is over a decade old, and it is based on one thing, and that is serving nutrition or micronutrients that are good for the body. It's all natural products. They do no harm. They only can build up the system. When I was first introduced to these nutrients a couple of years ago, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity per se, although I'm very entrepreneurial. Money wasn't my major concern. I was good in that area. I was looking for something that could relieve my neuropathy. I had numbness in all 10 toes, and of course that comes from poor circulation. I had big floaters. I have a glaucoma, and my eyes were going crazy. They were burning. They were watering. I had these big, colorful floaters. My eyes was just going haywire. And so I started, I went on a subscription of these products, what is called a Core 4, and I started using those products. And the first thing I noticed after about a week, I was awakened in bed with all of this tremendous amount of energy. It was like, it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got up and I started, believe it or not, doing my house cleaning. And I didn't get back in the bed until 4 o'clock the next morning. And I noticed I never got tired. I never got winded. And I'm a senior. I just had my 78th birthday, but I was bursting with all of this energy. That was the first thing that happened. Shortly after that, the neuropathy I didn't have that anymore. There was no numbness in my toes anymore. My eyesight cleared up. The burning stopped. The watering stopped, and they've been getting better ever since. They feel stronger. My vision seems keener than it was, although there's no cure for glaucoma, but there are treatments, and these products prove to be substantial in that area, really, calming all those irritations down. But then after I saw the efficacy of the product, then I looked at the marketing plan, and it drew me in because I signed up as an affiliate with a subscription. I noticed every time I shared these products with other entrepreneurial people or people that just wanted to try the product, the company gave me up to $260 for each one of those subscriptions. That's free money. I mean, that's like, a lot of times when you start a business, you're thinking about going to the bank, borrowing money, having good credit and all this kind of stuff, or borrowing from the family or having money set aside. But in this company, Engage, I saw their generosity. On that very first subscription order, they gave me all of that money up to $260. They gave me half as I on a weekly basis. They gave me half as I signed up those subscriptions, and then 90 days as they held on to those subscriptions. And I did encourage those people to hold on to your subscription, use those products faithfully for 90 days, and that was for two reasons, because it takes that amount of time to fully saturate the body, and also they will pay you the second half of that subscription, that initial subscription at that time. So that meant that as a new business, I had money on hand and money coming at the end of every 90 days for each subscription, and I taught my network of people I had done business with who were entrepreneurs as well, and who could could perform these simple tasks. Those that wanted to go into business, I taught them the same thing, and everything started to duplicate. And consequently, the company, rewarded me not only financially, but in trips to places such as Cancun, Mexico, and so it's been a great way to not only keep myself healthy, but also it's a great stream of income that was very passive. I never had to leave home. If I did, I just had my phone with me, so I could do business by just sharing with people, basically people I already knew in my contacts, because when I bought this phone, the contacts weren't there. I added those people, and of course, most of my contacts were entrepreneurial people, so it was easy to share with them by just sending out a couple of videos, following up, and the rest is history. So that is how easy it is to move ahead of this current crisis that a lot of us will have based on the changes with this new administration coming in. I would strongly suggest that everybody start looking toward a home-based business, and Engage Global is one of the finest businesses I've ever seen in the health industry, although I also have financial services and other services. But Engage, I always suggest first, because your health is truly your wealth. So that being said, Peter, would you like to add to what I've said so far before we go into the second half?
I do. Actually, what we'll do is, I know you've been a big fan of MLM products, so you support the industry. So that's a really great thing. So, and I know actively you build some, you don't build some others, but you're a big fan of the industry to be able to help yourself as well as other people. They have great products. And we're going to take a little quick commercial break here. We're going to expand on some of the areas that you just mentioned, so we'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PM Marketing's NetworkLeads.com. Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, Humongous Blog, the Humongous Classified Ad Network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we are back. Peter Mingils here with Coach Gaymon. If you go to CoachGaymon.com, you'll be able to check out his previous radio shows with us as well. And we put together a YouTube channel where we're taking some of these radio shows, putting an image to it, and we're making sure we put it on a YouTube channel for Coach Gaymon. So if you'd like to listen in on YouTube, you certainly can. If you go to youtube.com/@Coach Gaymon, you'll be able to see this as well as the previous radio shows that we put up on YouTube as well. So again, it's youtube.com/ and then the symbol for the @ like you might put in an email address. So it's youtube.com/@Coach Gaymon, and you'll be able to hear this on YouTube. So there's a couple of things I just wanted to mention relative to your penny analogy. Well, I think that effective communication is doing whatever it takes to get the message across for people to kind of get it. So listening to it sounds nice, but unless you take action on it, what's the point? And some of the things that you referenced a little bit earlier, as far as that penny doubled every day for 30 days, is a great analogy. But I'll give you one or two other ones you can kind of use, because if that wasn't enough for you to engage in getting involved in a home-based business, here's one. Other one. Imagine you were younger, like a teenage younger, and your parents were going away for the weekend, and you decided that you were going to have a house party, but you were just going to tell one guy that he could bring a friend, and that was it. And you told him keep it a secret. So that one guy told a friend that you were having a house party, and that friend told that other guy to keep it a secret, but he told somebody else as well. So everybody everybody just did one more the next day. Do you know how many? Just do the math on that. So you had one friend who told somebody, then you'd have two people if the house party was tomorrow. But what if it was in a month? Do you know how many people would show up in your house? Well, whether it be that 5 million or not, or just a boatload of people, that would happen as a result of that doubling effect. So whatever it takes for you, whether it's a house party example or whether it's the penny doubled or you're sitting there with a calculator or whatever, just get it. Just make sure that application of that idea sticks, because that duplication thing is really big. And of course, I'll give you one more, how could we forget pandemics? Like COVID started with one person, maybe. Let's go non-conspiratorial. So one person who got sick and gave it to another person, and both of those people were sick, and they gave it to somebody else who gave it to somebody else who flew on a plane and gave it to somebody else somewhere else, and they gave it to somebody else somewhere else, and then pretty soon you go from one case to 100 cases to 1 million cases in a very, very quick period of time. So not everything doubles. Sometimes they triple, and sometimes they quadruple, and sometimes they don't. But just think about that chaotic level of expansion that could happen when you find people excited about making money, increasing their health, increasing their wealth, saving money on taxes, all that sort of stuff. So, Preston, I just wanted to kind of give out just a couple more exampple, because until someone gets it, they don't take action on it. So back to you.
Yeah, Peter, that's exactly it. I remember early on when the social media started to heat up, there was these young people talking about that party that you were talking about, and keep it a secret. There were so many people that came into that town where that party was that the traffic had to be directed by the police department. Can you imagine that? But that's how word of mouth is. So the same thing here. That's why I'm so adamant about this business model of network marketing, because it does several things, especially in the beginning. Of course, people's initial reason for coming in is to either correct their health or maintain their health, if it's in the health field. But another very important reason, as people will find out with the limitation of jobs and AI coming in, that it's absolutely necessary if they want to. Sometimes it's not about making more money, it's about saving the money that you're already spending. So when you come into a home-based business like Engage Global, your initial investment is, let's call it around $200 with the annual fee of $50, and then your subscription, let's call it $200. That's a very nominal fee to start a home-based business. But even with doing those purchases to get started, that is a write-off by itself. You know, a lot of times people are making $4,000 and $5,000 incomes or more, but they don't have the write-off, so the government can tax those wages up to 33%. Why would you allow that to happen when all you have to do is start a $200, let's say, home-based business, get all those write-offs, which is could be the subscription itself, as well as travel expenses, hotel expenses, or restaurant, you know, when you go out to a restaurant to talk about business, all of those would be write-offs that you didn't formerly have as just a wage earner. Those are very valuable to you, and that's before you even start making money, because the money that you're using to set up your business, to run your business, those are write-offs. So I encourage everyone to start January, well, we're going February now, and we're going forward. Start getting your write-offs now, so by the end of this year, you have those write-offs to deduct from your expenses, so that you're saving money from the very beginning. It does not literally cost you anything because of your write-offs. And in addition to that, if you set your business up properly, and that's what we'll teach you how to do, as a corporation, an LLC, or whatever form that is best for you, then your business is a legal entity in and of itself. And so the best way for people to move forward and to protect their families and themselves and their friends is to start that home-based business. Some people like products, and I do like products because, like I said, your health is your wealth. So I always like to keep that as in the center of my financial circle, because that protects, your life, not only your lifestyle, but your life itself. So in addition to that, I have another trending business. It's called BizNet College. The word about cryptocurrency has been floating around for the last 12, 13 years or more. Some people were given the information secretly because it wasn't very exposed on how to, get started with cryptocurrency. Some people made money and some people didn't. Most didn't. So what is needed in that world today is the knowledge of how to get started in that direction, because cryptocurrency is here. There are whole countries in South America that use cryptocurrency only, because your dollar is what is called fiat. It has no backing except for the promises of the United States government. And Nixon himself took us off the gold standard in 1971. So except for the backing, the promises of the United States, paper money is really low on the totem pole, and cryptocurrency is rising as we speak. Many countries are now trading in cryptocurrency. Your banks are starting to become aware of the advantages of cryptocurrency, and it also cryptocurrency present more security because it's on the blockchain, which is a whole another discussion in itself. So moving ahead is incumbent upon all of us to protect our families, and I say the best way to protect your families to be on a level playing field and to leverage your way ahead quickly, ahead of inflation, ahead of jobs being cut, AI coming. The best way to protect yourself at this time is through the home-based business model. And with that said, anyone who would like to contact me, I want to give out my number. It's 202-880-1819. Please call me. Let's chat. And I would like to, get you started in the right direction, not only saving money, but making money in your own home-based business. Okay, with that said, Peter, you want to give some final words?
Perfect. Well, great explanations. And for those people who are looking to work on home-based business, you want to work with Coach Gaymon. He's got lots of people that he works with, but he also works personally with you. So if you're listening in, make sure you reach out to him. You can go to CoachGaymon.com to see some of the stuff that he's working on. You can go to a website he's got, foodforlife.us. I'll make sure that's in the show notes as well. He's got his phone number. He texts. He's a gentleman that responds back to people, and he really does truly like helping to work with people, and certainly knows the industry well enough to be able to explain it to lots of people as well. So having said that, we're going to catch you next time on Building Fortunes Radio. If you want to hear this again, you can always go to CoachGaymon.com, look up on the top. There's a link to the radio show, or you can go to BuildingFortunesRadio.com directly and then look for Coach Gaymon, Gaymon, and we're going to be back next week on Building Fortunes Radio. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Peter.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on BuildingFortunesRadio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingils. Be sure to check out the BuildingFortunesRadio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.